Coming up in today's show, we will be bringing you examples of how Rotary in West Devon and Cornwall is changing lives at home and abroad. This includes how Rotary is eradicating polio, our work in easing problems of dementia, how equipment not needed in the UK is being taken to Kosovo, and how we help develop our leaders of tomorrow. Polio is a most debilitating disease. In the 1980s, it was endemic in 125 countries, and each year 325,000 youngsters contracted it. In 1988, Rotary teamed up with the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and the US Bureau for Disease Control to eradicate the disease once and for all. Rotary runs a Youth Speaks competition. We asked 3 of the best speakers in West Devon and Cornwall to report back to Rotarians on the progress Rotary has made in eradicating polio. Here are Vala Salah from the Mount Street School in Plymouth, Molly Clements from Crown Primary School near Camborne, and Eva Edgeworth Anderson from the Humphrey Davies School at Penzance.
My name is Vala Salah. I am your chairman today. I am from Mount Street Primary School in Plymouth. I came to this country from Kyrgyzstan 3 years ago, and I recently won the Best Junior Youth Speaks in your Rotary district. To my right is Molly Clemens, who will be the main speaker. Molly comes from Crown Primary School near Camborne. Only a few minutes ago, I found out that your district governor-elect Stefan went to the same primary school many years ago. Molly was a speaker in one of the winning Youth Speak teams this year when she spoke about the important effect Paralympics had on sports at the Olympics. To my left is Eva Edgeworth Anderson from Humphrey Davies School in Penzance. Eva won the District Youth Speaks Intermediate Best Speaker. She will give a vote of thanks. We have been invited to talk to you this evening about polio and how you are this close to eradicating it from the world. In Youth Speak presentations, we would like to involve our audience. So, Rotarians, if you see any of us doing this, please could you also do this? Can you show us now? We want to be sure that you are really listening. Let's practice. Very good. I am a little surprised that we are asked to tell you about polio eradications. After all, it was through Rotary and Rotarians that the story started in the first place. As you know, for the last 30 years, Rotarians here and around the world are trying to make sure that children throughout the world are vaccinated so that they don't suffer from polio. All of you here today are responsible for raising money to help with this project. Indeed, some of you may have been able to help by going abroad and actually vaccinating children in other countries. Isn't polio a problem that only affects people in foreign countries? Why should we worry about it here today in England when the last cases of polio were reported years ago when our grandparents were young? I don't know anyone who has been recently affected by polio. Put your hands up if you know anyone that has been recently affected by polio. So, it looks as though in this country we don't need to worry about polio anymore. Or do we? Please listen carefully to Molly and then you'll understand why we still need to end polio now. One more practice.
Thank you, Vala, and good evening, everyone. My name is Molly, and I live near Camborne. I would like to talk to you this evening about polio and the importance of protecting children throughout the world against this illness. What exactly is polio, and why do we need to stop it spreading? It is a disease that can spread very easily and quickly. It is a disease that can cripple and kill. Although none of my friends have been affected by this illness, I know that when my grandparents were young, many children became ill and were crippled because they had polio. They had to wear heavy iron supports on their legs to help them walk again, and some even died because of this nasty infectious disease. It could not be prevented then because there was no vaccination in those days. And so the virus spread and affected thousands of children. But why is it that none of my friends have been affected by polio when it was such a dangerous disease in the past? The answer to that question is Rotary. The Polio Plus programme was started by Rotarians in 1985 to try to stop this disease from spreading. But in 1988, they could see that more needed to be done. Polio at that time was still affecting 350,000 people. There was one person a minute across 125 different countries. Polio needed to be eradicated from the whole world to stop it spreading. But how could Rotary manage to eradicate polio from the whole world? It was an enormous problem, just as Vala, Eva and I are working together to give you this presentation. Other organisations, such as the United Nations and the World Health Organization, were needed to join Rotary's team, and they have worked together since then to end polio now. Under the leadership of Rotary, this team has made a great deal of progress. For example, in Vala's country of Kurdistan, the last polio case was reported in 2000, and Ruxa, a little 3-year-old girl, was the last person in India to have contracted polio. This year, there have only been 18 cases of polio reported throughout the whole world. Rotary really are this close to eradicating polio. This is an amazing achievement, but there are still children who have not yet been immunised. It is difficult and dangerous for health workers to get some remote areas like Afghanistan. Also, even when everyone has been immunised, vaccinations must continue for another 4 years after we've seen the last case of polio. This project will, of course, continue to cost an enormous amount of money and effort from the members of Rotary. So on behalf of children of the world, on behalf of the 7 million children who have not contracted polio since 1988, and on behalf of future generations, thank you for all the work you have done in the past. And please don't give up until polio is completely eradicated. Do you remember the hand signals Vala showed you? Rotary is now this close to eradicating polio. Please close the gap and end polio now, okay?
In Youth Speaks contests, it's the proposer's job to thank the chairperson, the speaker, the organisers and the audience. So I'd like you to join me in showing your appreciation to Vala, our chairperson, and to Molly, who I'm sure you will agree gave an extremely interesting and thought-provoking speech. In addition, I would like to thank each one of you Rotarians for what you have done in helping to eradicate polio. Thank you on behalf of all the children in the far-to-reach parts of the world, from Afghanistan, Pakistan, India and Nigeria. We wish to say an almighty thank you to each and every one of you for what you have done, to giving them the chance to be free from polio with their friends and families. This evening, I hope we have reminded you what brilliant things you have achieved through your hard work in eradicating polio and your global good work. The entire world will benefit from this victory, and you, the Rotarians, will be responsible for seizing this opportunity of a lifetime. We believe that every child deserves the chance to a healthy life, and through the provisions of vaccines, Rotarians such as yourselves and others have worked to ensure a better future for millions of children around the world. Right now, you have a unique opportunity to wipe out a disease for good and see an end to polio. We call on you to make the most of this final window of opportunity and fully support polio eradication through to the end. Together, we can create a brighter future for the world's children, beginning with a future free from polio. Rotary, you are this close. Rotary, please close this. Okay? Let's do that together. Rotary, you are this close.
Don't they present a compelling case for ending polio? At home, dementia is becoming a significant disease. 820,000 are afflicted with it, and the number is increasing at an alarming rate. It is estimated that 1 in 2 of us has a family member or friend affected by dementia. The first Rotary Memory Cafe was set up by Rotarian Tim Jones in Weybridge. Now they're springing up across the UK, and the model developed by Rotary is taking off in North America. Let's now show you a little about how memory cafes work.
Old toys, old comics, old money. But this isn't just bric-a-brac. To people suffering from memory loss, these could be valuable keys to unlock memories which have been long forgotten. Those reminiscences come tumbling out at the Weybridge Memory Cafe, a project initiated by the Rotary Club of Weybridge. On 2 Saturday afternoons every month, the Memory Cafe opens for a couple of hours in a local school to invite visitors to share a memory with a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Long-term memories can survive the longest, and the Memory Cafe enables those with recent memory loss to share their recollections of times long gone by, and in doing so, reawaken the dormant memories of others. As one regular Bob puts it,
I meant to say something and don't, but if you've got others that talking there and say, I remember that.
Bob and his wife Wendy have been going since it all began. It has remarkable effects.
You find with the Memory Cafe, once we come back, out comes all Bob's books, and then he's looking through them to keep his memory going all the time.
As Wendy says, she brings a stranger to the cafe, but takes away her husband again for a few days. To keep those memories coming back, the Weybridge Memory Cafe organises regular stimulating events, such as slideshows of familiar local sites in times gone by. One of those old sites is the railway, which was once a vital part of life in the town. Weybridge Rotary helped sponsor a special memory cafe outing on the local preserve branch line, an outing which sparked a host of reminiscences as the smells and sounds of steam triggered thoughts of long ago. Cafe regulars have been welcomed in Rotarians' homes, and funds raised through events like summer garden parties with guest singers and games for all, and a little cake of course. More memory cafes modelled on Weybridge are now springing up throughout Cornwall, all encouraged by the work of the Weybridge Club, and many with the help of organisation Repod, Rotarians Easing Problems of Dementia.
It's like an extended family. We're all friends now, you know, you see each other and you stop and say hello.
It's an idea which can easily be mirrored elsewhere and generates its own active and growing support network.
Well, I think it's become part of our life now, isn't it? You especially Bob, he really does look forward to it.
Just company as well. And seeing the other people from Weybridge and different, we've got to let them in, don't we?
The Weybridge Memory Cafe, winner of the Magic of Rotary Project Award.
Rotarians Easing Problems of Dementia are leading the way. A conference was recently held at Weybridge, and the Weybridge Dementia Friendly Community was launched.
Looking for a home maintenance company you can trust? Ocean now provides a whole range of expert maintenance services. from heating, electrics and plumbing to refurbishment and roofing. And thanks to our 24-hour emergency call-out service, you're always covered. Ocean, we do more than you think. To find out more, call St Austell 874488 today or visit www.morethanyouthinc.co.uk.
Does your property suffer from mould and condensation? South West Ventilation offer a loft-mounted system supplied and fitted for just £499. With a 5-year guarantee and running costs of around £0.01 a day, it's the ultimate cure for mould problems. For a free site survey, call today on 0800 5999 269 or visit southwestventilation.co.uk. That's southwestventilation.co.uk.
Just imagine stepping into your very own warm, bubbling oasis after a long day to soothe away those aches, pains and stresses of everyday life. Cornish Hot Tubs have over 100 spas to choose from and have an experienced sales and service team to make your dream a reality. Let Cornish Hot Tubs help you relax, unwind and enjoy life with a little luxury in your back garden. Kingsley Village, so easy to get to with plenty of free parking. Come and browse all we have to offer under one roof. Why not feast your eyes over our delicious array of Cornish produce from our extensive food hall through to our cafe and Cornish crafts. Come and see why Kingsley Village is Cornwall's #1 choice for a Sunday carvery, served from 11:30 a.m. You will not be able to resist our mouth-watering selection of meats and vegetables. Kingsley Village at Fradden, the unique shopping venue in the centre of Cornwall.
Welcome to Fenteroon Farm Holiday Cottages, tucked away down a long tree-lined driveway, set in 12 acres of Cornish countryside near the River Camel, and half a mile from the small market town of Camelford, are 4 stylish and lovingly renovated barn conversions. Choose from 4 cottages. The smallest sleeps up to 2 guests, the largest up to 6 guests. Please visit our website, fenteroonfarm.co.uk, for latest availability and online booking facility.
Do you wonder what happens to obsolete emergency services, vehicles and equipment? Well, from across the UK, this Rotary district receives them, refurbishes them, and along with other equipment that is no longer used, we send them abroad. Our district overseas project teams has so far made 67 shipments. Many are actual convoys which have sent over 20 fire engines, ambulances and the like to Kosovo. Recently, another convoy of 2 fire tenders and 200 computers have hit the road en route to Kosovo. This is what the Rotary District Overseas Project teams are getting up to. does not stop there. Our overseas project team has organised teams from the Air Training Corps and police cadets to travel to Kosovo to help refurbish a hospital for children with cerebral palsy. Rotary does change lives. Rotary, we're for communities, and we firmly believe in developing young people. Each year we select our potential leaders of tomorrow and send them on the Rotary Young Leaders Award on Dartmoor. This is an intense one-week programme of team building and personal development for 18 to 30-year-olds. Let's see them at work.
The Rotary Youth Leadership Award, or as it's called, RYLA, has been going for 18 years. This is our 18th year. And one of the benefits that I see of this RYLA programme is that we take 44 young people between the ages of 18 to 28. They're from all walks of life. They're different skills, knowledge, different attitudes. They're paid for by Rotary, and some are sponsored by business. And they come along on an 8-day leadership programme which radically changes their lives. And we actually run a mixture of theory and practical, so half the program's about the theory and the learning, and the other 50% is actually taking them out of their comfort zone and putting them into challenging environments where they learn about themselves, they learn about other people. It's about leadership, it's about team development, it's about personal development, but ultimately it's all about learning these skills and putting them back into society so that we can really start, if you like, generating some future leaders which our country desperately needs.
Thank you for watching. If you're a community group and would like us to feature your event, please contact us. Rotary really does save lives, change lives and give hope. If you would like to join us, then please contact your local Rotary Club to find out more. Rotary, we're for communities. Are you? Please watch out for our next programme because we'll be bringing you something special. Rotarians and non-Rotarians will give you an opportunity to help make a real difference. Watch this space.